All right, welcome back, everyone. Today we have a Brian Tighe full custom integral knife to talk about. This was lent in from Elliot, a friend of mine who has sent me knives over the years to help sell, sometimes just to film and ship back. It's what I love to do. This one is for sale. I'll put the price down in the description. You know the deal, because we might change the price along the way. And then it forces you to look at the description. I might put little Easter eggs in there. I might tell you to have a nice day, tell you to kick rocks. You never know. Just adds a little fun to it. This is the tie down, is what they call it. Tighe, spelled like his name, Tighe. Now, Brian has been making knives longer than most of us can fathom. And he doesn't just make knives. If you look on like Arizona Custom Knives, or you just Google his name, he's made some belt buckles. He's made some golf divot tools. I don't golf, but I guess there's a divot tool for when you smack the ball and you make a divot in the grass. You got to go fix it. I don't know. But he makes different things like that, which is super cool. Now, this one is, like I said, an integral, where this is just one solid chunk of titanium. There is no seam. Most knives, there's two pieces. They're bolted, screwed together. This is just one single piece of titanium, all milled out for the pocket clip, milled out for the lanyard hole. All this milling here that fits great in your hand. Integrals always impress me, and maybe I'm just simple-minded. It happens. It runs on bearings. Some Timascus, it looks like, might just be heated titanium. Pivot collars. Damasteel blade. Weighs in at 6.8 ounces. Give you a look at that really cool multi-angle blade. It is both flat ground, but there is a flat grind here that is a little thinner behind the edge and a little thicker behind the edge up here for a little bit of added strength at the tip. The pattern is beautiful. Like, really, just a great looking pattern. The etch is fantastic. And the etch is, you dip this in acid so that it brings out the different colors. It's got a little bit of stuff on the blade there. You can wipe off if you buy it. But yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful blade. Now, Elliot has owned this for about a year. He bought it at a show from a dealer. I don't know when this was made. It does come with a zipper pouch. That's about it. It could use a teardown and a cleaning of the bearings. It fires like a rocket, but the close is a little bit, it's not drop shutty. You got to give it a little bit of a shake there to get it past the button of the button lock. So I think it could just use a cleaning. I'm not going to take it apart. I don't think I've ever taken apart an integral. I do not own any integrals, but there's something that really fascinate me. And at some point I will own one. Brian Tighe's, for whatever reason, I like. It's one of those knives that I really want to like, but I just don't see me owning or carrying one with all of this swoopy milling and whatnots. I can't really explain it. Can't put my finger on it. However, I really do like this. It's very odd. I'm a very complicated guy sometimes. So let's get into the specs. You're 5 1/8 closed, 9 1/16 overall. It gives you a 3.97 inch blade, 3.67 inches cutting edge. It's 0.020 behind the edge here from this back part of the bevel, and 0.023 up here in the front. Slightly thicker, slightly stronger there. I did mention, I believe, that it was 6.8 ounces. Overall thickness is 0.589 minus the clip. The pocket clip works really well. It's got a, is that a ball in there, or is that just the way the titanium is milled? I think it's really hard to tell. See if I get a light in there. It can shine. I think that's just a ball inserted in there somehow. I don't think that's just a milled little ball at the end of that pocket clip. But that works really well in and out of the pocket. You can see there's some slight scratches, scuffs. Elliot has carried this a couple of times, he said, but he did buy it used from a dealer, so it got some carry and love prior to him owning it, I am sure. Now, in the custom knife world, I know a lot of people are looking for pristine, never carried, brand new knives. Come on now. Most of my customs I have gotten used. And this one came from Jim Skelton via my friend Rob, who I bought it from, who I think bought it from Jim. Maybe he bought it from somebody else, but Jim owned this. Jim carried it a lot. Jim Skelton, my good friend. So if there's any marks on here, which I don't see a lot, I just don't care. To me, that does not negate the price of a knife or show that it's been abused, or I'm not going to buy it because there's a little scratch on the pocket clip or something like that. Knives are tools. They are made to be used. They are made to be carried. I recently just carried a very expensive 5-figure knife for 366 days. I did a video about that on New Year's Eve. So if you missed that, go check it out. Yeah, I just carry my knives and I use them for whatever needs to be done while I have it in my pocket. Whether it be a Spyderco Delica, whether it be the Hellraiser, or whether it be a Kubi. It just doesn't matter. I'm just going to carry it and I'm going to use it if I need a knife at that particular moment. Or my 5-figure knife that got used a lot in the 366 days, I carried it in my pocket. But you got to check out the other video to hear all my thoughts about doing that. It's not maybe something I recommend, but I do encourage you to long-term carry a knife because it will change you and bond you with that knife more than you think. So anyway, thanks for checking out this video and this beautiful Brian Tighe tie down that is for sale. Check the description for pricing and let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear it. Thanks, guys.